Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this Toxic Talk. Yes, we have a Toxic Talk podcast going on this channel, and I'm very happy to have you guys listening. I know we being called psychopaths, and exactly why we are listening to Toxic Talks, right? So because no other people would see something say toxic would come and listening to it, right? So yeah, we all psychopath, and I love having you listening to this podcast. Today's video, let's talk about hyperinflation coming, and there is almost a guarantee right now in your future. So hyperinflation coming in your future, your kids' future. So how this thing will play out, and we've always see that in so many countries. Right, we see places where there's total collapse and things just reset, just automatic reset. Like places like Sri Lanka, and you see places like Venezuela and all those places, and you see just things just get everything, society breakdown, no food in the store, no fuel, right, things like that. But in the West, it's still you have like inflation at 8-9%, and higher, 9.1. Temperature is still raising up. It's not really to the level when the fog will jump out yet. So we're still hanging there for now. So now, and what's your future in the situation of hyperinflation? And it's inevitable. Right now, like, so how these things happen, hyperinflation gonna happen, in my opinion. You see, like, there's gonna be more like distrust to the officials, right? So they even pretending and even saying that we are not in recession, right? So, and I know they was gonna say that it's the same thing. Like last year they were saying, oh, there's like inflation is not, there's not going to be inflation, right? So now they are saying, oh, recession, it's not even in the question, it's not in recession yet, it's just a slowdown. So I'm just saying, okay, the definition was two consecutive quarters of negative GDP, but now they're just trying to redefine recession, and it's not there yet. But what I feel like, and I see the stupid people, like the stupid there is not the person who is trying to redefine recession. I think the stupids are the people asking those people, right, created inflation, about the situation we are in, right? About is it really what we are in? It's like saying, okay, it's a recession, why you have to go ask them again why we are in recession. You see what I mean? It's like the whole setup is just really clown world. So I just like giving headache, just watching these people, and even on YouTube you see all those clowns reinforcing the system, right? Once you're doing this, you're just giving them more and more power, right? So you're asking for confirmation, right? You don't have to. You can just do research yourself. You can just Google it. You just search it on the internet, or like good source, right? And so yeah, this is why, like, even the education system make people so stupid. It's like they have to find confirmation from the elite, from the king. Like, you don't need to. You just search it for yourself. Like, yeah. So, and now we have the yield curve being inverted very massively. So by a difference of about 0.6 percent, 0.3%. Sorry. So because the when you have the 10-year yield, right, it's at like 2.6%, and you have the 1 year treasury bond is at 2.9%, 2.97. Okay, so this is an about like 0.3% difference. Now, this is really bad. This is really bad. This is really massive slowdown. And for those of you who don't really understand, like yield curve, you have the 10-year yield, the treasury bond, and stuff like that. And this is basically when you know the lower the higher you have the yield on the bond. That means there's like when it's going up, when the rate is going up, that means you have people taking out money from the bond market, right? There's less confident, or they try maybe go to the stock market or go somewhere else with their money. And what when you have the 10-year yield, right, is um is going the interest on the 10-year is lower than the interest on 1-year yield, something is abnormal, right? It's abnormal. If I'm giving you the money to hold it for 10 year, and if you pay me less interest if I would give it for 1 year, something is wrong, right? Because I'm taking so much higher risk, right, by giving it to you for 10 years. So yeah, okay. Now this is just that. But this is, I didn't have to know that, you know, we are in trouble. I didn't even have to look at the 10-year year. I only had to know about what called like debt to GDP. So debt to GDP, it's simply when you have the the amount of production, right, the income you make as a country, right, is so low you can't even like pay for interest on your debt, right? For example, when it passes 100, so you beyond the point of paying the interest on your debt, right? So this is basically what's happening in most countries right now. Like you see, for the US, debt to GDP is at 137, right? 137. This is really bad. Like this is compared to 2000 where it was 55. Okay, so we are beyond the point of return right now. So and if you go like even if you go like and this is not like different for so many other countries. It's really it's worse. If you know like if you go like for Canada, it's like 117.8, right now. So that was even in 2020. For now, I think it's even higher now. So again, it's just like all messed up, and we have more magic money, right? More magic money coming out, and I'm gonna read this for you guys because I find this so useful. This is one of the person I follow, and he wrote this article very short. Is he called it Magic Money? His name is Gregory Manarino. So he said central banks, the Fed and ECB are now fully engaged in an unlimited debt buying spree, which is intended to fuel stocks higher. The mechanism will also cause inflation to accelerate moving forward. Expect the global economy to free fall faster now, which the stock market seemingly defying gravity as magic money pumps it higher. Now, when you're listening to this, and you may be like, okay, that's just another warning, right? And you say, okay, man, maybe that's just like, that's not like, maybe that's just another bad thing that's gonna happen. Well, when you listen to economy free falling faster, acceleration of that. Now I know the economy was free falling, right? Because like negative GDP, like you know what I mean. So it's not an economy. It's not a question. It's just you're losing. You have a business, for example, right? And you keep losing money from the business, right? Let's say you're losing money for the money you're spending for the business, you're getting a less from that. So you're losing money. So it's all about time until you stop do you're out of business, right? So it's all a matter of time. So this is what's happening right now. We have a free fall, and what they are doing, they're just buying back their own debt. Right? So they are buying back their own debt. So this is why you see the 10-year yield is at this level, right? We were at like high level, like just a few like month ago, right? We was like very high. So now we're just dropping a little bit. I think it's just this is just like we're just retracing a little bit down, but like it's gonna come back again. Like just like in June we were at 3.1 and even higher, like 3.2%. Now we are at like 2.6. Right? I think this is just a retracement. It's gonna pump even higher, like more, like people gonna lose confidence in the market. Now they are doing unlimited bond buying. Now I'm gonna read another article again. This is just I'm gonna read the most important pieces an article just so you guys can have an idea. So there's a like he's talking about now. This article is the name is a new debt hypercycle, a new debt hypercycle. The same person, Gregory Monarino. So um so in what may be one of the greatest lies ever sold to an unknown public is yet again another of the Richter scale, that hypercycle mechanism, unlike anything which has ever been seen before, all in an effort to keep the global debt based central bank system going. Now, we are living in a debt based system, like every country. There's no exception. Every country has to borrow from the future so we can live today. So basically, what it is just we have to sacrifice of our kids' future to pay for our living lifestyle today. This is what we are doing. So this is why I don't understand. It's like, okay, let me just read the last this next section of this, and then I just keep talking. This new debt hypercycle got started just last week when the European Central Bank began an unlimited bond buying spree, which has now expanded to every single area of the eurozone. Okay, this is about euro, but don't make a mistake, because euro has a lot of influence on the West. Okay, so when you hear eurozone is doing it, expect the West to follow. Okay, consider what this means for a moment. For the ECB to purchase an unlimited amount of eurozone bonds, the ECB must then create an unlimited amount of euros to do it, a process which is massively inflationary. Okay, so this is what is going on. It's like those things. This is what's going on here. Okay, so and now you ask yourself, okay, what is your future? What about your future, your kids' future? This is the question, right? Now, and we what to answer this question, we have to look around, like in Venezuela, what happened there, and in places like Sri Lanka, and like places like so when you have hyperinflation. So and when you have those like massive inflationary places with so much money printing, then you have like society collapse. You have like you lose your future. Your future is lost. Like everything you saved up, you lose it all. Especially if you keep it in the currency, right? You have your money saved in euro. Well, this is what they are doing, right? This is just basically just printing it and play with your life saving. Okay, So in the US dollar, well, they are printing it to buy back their own bond to make the stock market feel confident so they can go gamble more. Okay, so this is what they're doing. It's like they can double, quadruple the total amount of money was ever existed, okay, in the system. They can multiply that by multiples, okay, and then overnight, it doesn't matter. They can. They have the power to. It's all about, do they have the power to? Yes. Then they can. Then they will. This is the human nature. So this is what you don't take the risk of leaving your life saving into the hands of a few that can really control what your money with your money. So this is what you need to look for alternatives like gold, silver, real item, okay, real stuff. I don't know if it's real estate or Bitcoin, something you can have that's outside the system, nobody can manipulate. So this is really, really what I wanted to really talk about today. I hope you guys enjoy.